What's going on, traders? We're going to break down today's trade recap, going over my long on NQ and why I chose the exact spot that I did to enter. Now, let's just begin. We're going to go over to TradeZella. Break this chart down, cut it up a million different ways, and explain it in a way that is easy to understand for almost anybody. If you're new to the markets, don't be afraid. Let me just show you what I was looking at. So we have a couple things going on, right? Let's go ahead and just clear up everything, right? So we want to be looking at this chart right here. This is daily chart. I had two main levels in mind: prior day high, okay, and prior day low. We were in the middle of that at the open. We had been swinging, like, oscillating back and forth, and we had data at 8:30 Eastern. I was expecting something to maybe get ran on that data. Now, that's not exactly what happened, right? We get this right here, these equal lows, and we have this lower high right here. Data displaces, but it doesn't sweep anything. So with that being said, I was a little skeptical that we would see an immediate move. So I was not trying to get involved here. I did call out a trade right here on the pre-market stream where that worked. However, I just said, let's be patient. Let's just wait. Let's wait for the opportunity to arise, and we will execute when our setup is presented. We don't need to take low probability setups, and that's where a lot of traders will mess up. Just because price moves doesn't mean it's your trade. So we'll get into what that actually means on the charts. Couple levels here. Like I said, we had prior day low. So we're going to go ahead and illustrate that. You see prior day low right there. Prior day low is obviously it's an area where price can react, because the failure of prior day low would be essentially a continuation. So there's going to be people interested in defending that. So holding it higher, and then, it'll eventually break or it won't, right? With that level in mind, we wanted to see, essentially that gets swept first, because we didn't sweep anything to the highs. So if you want to look, like, nothing up here, nothing down here. Our open was about right there. Yes, there was a trade opportunity to the downside. I did call that out on stream. If you're interested in trading with us, I trade this month every day live. I'm on Discord 5 days a week. Hop in, come check us out. There'll be links in the description. Find out about what we're doing. And on a regular month, I'm trading on stream at least 3 times a week. So yeah, come see what it's like to see these concepts in real time price action. So getting back to the recap, this was our area. This was a trade I really liked. It was essentially what I deem modeled 123, because there's 3 steps to this. I know it's real complicated stuff, but there's 3 steps to what I did: higher time frame level, lower time frame confirmation, and logical target. I'll show you exactly where I got all 3 of those. So higher time frame level goes without saying, it's the previous daily low. That's a bigger time frame than what we're on. That's a higher time frame level. Then your lower time frame confirmation. You have this big, nice displacement. It broke the low, and it put in this little base, right? Change the color up, that little box. When you break above that, you're shifting. I'm seeing a shift in structure. And you also have this, this gap right here that's getting flipped. Simple enough. You go to a lower time frame than this, hop on the 30-second, and you'll see that this put in a higher low. I'm buying that 10 times out of 10 times for at least a reaction, right? So I get in this trade, set my limit order, it tags me in, and within about, let's see, I'm in at 7:04, so 10:04 Eastern, and I'm out at 7:05:23 with 46 points. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to enjoy my day because I risked about a little more than half that. Essentially, it should have been about 2R, but obviously you're not going to get the top tick exit when you hit market order and stuff like that. So that's about it. Now, you might be asking, where did this line come from? Well, it's simple. When you're looking at an overextension play, the retracement level is going to almost always be somewhere in the 50%, right? Especially when you're sweeping an important level. I initially had this one right here. I felt this was a little too lofty based on how price was moving, and I took it off at that price where you see the arrow. That ends up, lining up pretty perfectly with this location. I'm not going to tell you if that's where I have my fib, because it's not. It's not where I had my fib. I had my fib at the high. It just worked out. I was able to see it in real time. Didn't feel too good about it. I felt like it was starting to hesitate, and with these markets and how they've been, it's better just to call it when you can. So that was good for me. I was good on the day. Easy. Walk away with that. Had a nice trade in Asia. We'll probably go over at some point as well. And then from there, I saw this trade, right? But I was busy. I was preoccupied at the time. I did see this trade though, this little entry. And I told everybody in the Discord, I said, hey, I would be watching NQ right now. So if you're not in the Discord, hit the link, join. You'll see real-time action. When I see a setup, I let people know. I have alerts on a lot of stuff, whether I'm streaming, whether I'm not. I'm always in tune with what's going on because you have to be. So it's a good environment for any trader, whether you're experienced or just starting out. Come learn, come see what it's like to see, this stuff in action. There's a ton of different seasoned traders in there, and we're just looking for setups. They come, we call them out. Sometimes I catch them, sometimes I miss them. But the idea is when you work with a team, you're more likely to have a better outcome as long as you're around the right people. And that's what this is all about. So if you enjoy this type of content, just understand that I'm taking time out of my day to share this with you. These are my setups, and I have to go and then re-record this video. I have to document these trades, and I have to do everything just to present it to you. I don't have to do that. It actually takes quite a bit of time. So if you enjoy this stuff, let me know. If you appreciate it, share it with someone, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But last but not least, we'll actually go and let's see. We'll go over this Asia trade. This was the trade I took last night, just as a bonus to you guys. This was the trade I took. Very, very, very nice trade. Very nice trade. The idea was, I don't even need a couple time frames for this. Just look, it's coiled. Boom, right? Boom. The idea is that it's consolidating and it's likely to see some sort of expansion. So right here, I don't know what's going on with all this data on TradeZella, but what you see right here is just that initial push. Big enough move for me. What did I enter on? I'll show you. Real simple. 5 minute, 1 minute, boom. Okay, there was a minor fair value gap right here. So you get the gap opening. Show you, zoomed in real quick. There's a little gap right here between the hour that the market's closed. Pushes higher, breaks above the wick. I say, okay, I'm interested in a pullback. Take an entry here, put my stop about right there, and my target is very simply right here. No more, no less. I targeted a structural reference point because I felt that it would be a very easy trade to take. And this entry also aligned with VWAP pretty perfectly. There was an entry up here that also aligned with VWAP pretty perfectly. This second trade up here is honestly substantially nicer. I saw this, and again, I was like, man, someone better be all over that. I was busy. I couldn't get into the trade, but it's not about that. The thing is, when you see good setups, they scream at you. And that's what I felt when I saw this, and especially when I saw that. So if you enjoy seeing the behind the scenes of what I go and essentially what I'm looking for in trades, let me know. If this is something that helps you, let me know. And until next time, take care. We'll talk soon.